Oh, isn't it lovely? Birdies tweeting. I guess you call this a tweetie chat. I have a special guest today, but I love the word but. I say it too much. That's why I love it so much. Yes, I have a special guest. I'm going to show you my special guest. This is actually a petty point done by my grandmother way back before I was born. Who knows, maybe 20s, 30s, 40s. We're talking 19, not 18. And petty point is where they sew into a pattern and they put the different colors of thread to make the design. This is one of my favorites. I really like that. And let's honor it by hanging it up. Come on, come on, come over here. As we go backwards to the wall. I'm at the wall. Okay. There we go. Oh, that doesn't look straight, does it? That looks straight. What's weird is it looks straight, but that's as crooked as all can get at. No, that's not even straight there. Well, for video purposes, that's straight. It's not. It's like going like this. You can't even see me. I don't even know you can hear me. Oh, that looks straight. But that's crazy. Well, for video purposes of the video, it's straight. Crooked as hell, but straight. Well, this is a very important Jane Joe video on this. I already did say the 11th of March. XXCCXX. Well, yesterday you got a little carried away. Obsessed. Total obsessiveness with your orders. Hopefully you learned that don't let people push you around. If they ask you to do something, you do it. And you do it right. If not, well, you don't redo it because we went through that. You're going to reread Art of the Deal. Download it on your smart device there. Read it at your leisure. So, notice I didn't say but. So but so. I saw something in you yesterday that was not healthy. See, you've heard of obsessive compulsive disorder. You were displaying that, although I think you have a tendency to lean that way, which is very dangerous. Very dangerous. When you get obsessed about something, everything else goes out the window, even things you care about. Like Bork, for example. You couldn't have cared less about Bork. You had to get that done. You had to get it done. And now, it was crazy. And what happens for you today now? You can't even go to school. You're mentally and physically exhausted from what happened yesterday. That's no good. And yes, it worries me. I'm concerned. Concerned a lot. I know you don't like to take advice. Kids don't like taking advice from their parents. You know, they don't. That's why churches exist. One reason. Because kids never listen to their parents, so they had somebody else to listen to. That's a church. And community. Because that's where the community always gathered. I will say, give you a warning, if with this order stuff you're doing, if you let that happen one more time, 2 strikes, you're out. Yeah, I won't allow you to do it. A big mistake was made way back in Belle Horizonte. When one time Louis, Rose's father, said, you know, you should give Sabrina a discount. Yeah, discount. An allowance. And I said, yeah, yes, that's a good idea. Because they were giving Rose 1. And I approached Mommy on it, and she said, no. You can't have one parent give an allowance and the other parent not. It just doesn't work that way. So what has happened, well, with an allowance, you learn from a younger age, oh, that's your money. And you learn what to do with the money. And you learn you do this for this. And that's a good thing. Teaches a degree of responsibility. And that you weren't taught. You know, all you need to do is read stories on kids in film. Their lives usually get messed up. And that's very sad. That's some of the saddest stories. And you don't want to be one of those sad stories. Did I say replace your compulsive disorder? Which is not a disorder yet, but it could be. You see how it could be a disorder. You see how it can take control of your life. You can't. Because you did it yesterday. And you learned some things. Not to never allow anybody to push you around. Oh, I did this, but I want it done better, and I'm not going to pay you for it this time. No, that's nonsense. Total nonsense. You did it one time, never do it again. Now you know. And your thinking was, I don't know what your thinking was. Truth is, I don't know. And this goes back to that I can't say no thing. What would you do if everybody said, no, I want you to do that for free? Would you say no? I don't know. You need to perhaps up your prices. That fall in line more closer to what others do. I understand why you did that. It's logical. It makes sense. But one thing you don't realize is that the money you make here, it's nice. But you know, It's nothing. Now imagine yourself in a career where you're making 100,000, 200,000 a year, $1 million. Well, you can do that. This is a hobby that happens to pay some money. And, you know, people get obsessed by their hobbies too. 3, 4, and more. And the more part is the dangerous part. Don't be obsessed. Again, exercise. Put all that obsessive compulsive stuff into exercise. At least you're getting something out of it. Oh, here you're getting chump change. You're getting nickels and dimes because you were never taught what money is. I don't know if you're viewing this video before the other one or the other one first. It doesn't matter. You know, there's a similar theme. But don't not watch the other one. It's very important. My advice for you is never, never, ever. This is for you. Ever, 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 ever try drugs or alcohol. It will destroy your life. You will become obsessed by it. I want you to be afraid of it. Literally. And people, when you're around people, you think, oh, I won't be around people. But you will. Look at what happened in Belo Horizonte there, right? If you're around people that are doing stuff like that, well, they will push it on you. They will encourage you. And it's difficult to say no. Especially for you. You can't say no to redoing an order that you already did. Fine. Yet you're worried about when you make a little bump on the mic? Give me a break. You can't say no. You have to learn to say no. That's why I wanted you to walk up and down there. I almost like you to do that every day after school. Walk up and down there. Anytime they try to hand you a flyer, just go, no, 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 no. It's just good practice. But when you're in a setting, a group setting, and people say, hey, here's try a beer. Or, you know, or other worse things, you know. How do you say no? Because they will come back and you say, oh, come on. Hey, you know, they will push and push and they'll go, why? Why? Because they're already influenced by it. They don't understand why. Even though you're operating under that fear, they won't understand that. There's lots of excuses you can use. You can give the unpopular one. Well, I'm afraid of it. That won't work well because they'll push even harder. You can say, hey, I'm a Mormon. We don't do that. Not part of my religion. Even though you're not, you can say that. You can't say I'm on a certain kind of medication where I can't. I'll end up in the hospital. That might be a good one. Because they don't know you're on a medication, even if you aren't by then. You just, say, well, no. The answer is no. Always no. Donald Trump Donald Trump's brother, Fred, older brother, he drank himself to death. And Don saw this every day. And and that's why it inspired him. And guy's 73 years old now. And he's never touched a drop of alcohol in his entire life. Is that why he became a billionaire? No. But is that why he became president? No. But maybe. Maybe. He did those things because he cares. I'm doing this because I'm just plain weird. I thought that looked pretty cool. The finger going down part. Your personality sounded like a newfie there. Your personality is not good for that kind of thing. If you do it, it will destroy your life. If you try it, it will destroy your life. If you constantly have that fear in you, then you won't. And you'll live a much happier life. Much happier. And that's all. So, I've avoided saying but. Oh. Well, okay. Please, if not for you, for me. I don't need to say any more. That's why I'm not clicking the stop button. I mean it. Click the stop button. Now you see the one who has the problem. Stop. Okay. I'll stop. Have a nice day.